Update. AITA, for saying I don't care about my sister's rejection-sensitive dysphoria and will be having my wedding the way I want it. Post update. We got married. We had the wedding we wanted. On Friday afternoon, we went to City Hall, signed the paperwork, and had a very quick ceremony. We invited my wife's dad, her sister and brother-in-law, her brother and his fiance, and my best friend and his wife. My best friend and his wife were the ones who introduced me to my wife back when my wife, and I were serving in the armed forces. That evening, everyone went out to a nearby restaurant for dinner. Everyone took some photos so we can remember the day, but things were very relaxed. We all wore clothes we already had, and we kept everything low-key. My wife and I spent Saturday together, and we both have to work today. We decided not to invite my sister, brother-in-law, and parents because of how they were acting. The last straw was them trying to say my father-in-law was on their side and wanted us to have a big wedding. He never said that. I actually think he was a tiny bit relieved because my wife's sister got married this year, and her brother is getting married next year. My father-in-law doesn't try to control the weddings of his kids. He helps out with errands if he's needed, but he doesn't try to control or change things. I think he was relieved my wife and I didn't have a big wedding, but he would never say that out loud or comment on his kids having a big or small wedding. My sister and everyone else are upset, but I honestly don't care. I don't think it is unreasonable for a couple to have the wedding they want or to have all the attention on them when it's their wedding day. I can't believe my parents and my brother-in-law are entertaining her ideas on this. If we did have wedding parties, my wife would want her own sister as the maid of honor, not my sister. I don't know where my sister got the idea she would get to walk down the aisle alone with flowers before my wife did, or have a special role as sister of the groom. I don't know why my parents and my brother-in-law think they get to control my wedding. My wife and I are adults, we don't live with any of them, and we have jobs, our own money. I put my foot down that my wife and I had the wedding we wanted, and we will not be having any other wedding-related stuff. We are done. My wife and I are ecstatic about being married, and that's all I care about. I appreciated all the support in my last post. Edit. I have been told it is common in America, the UK, and other places for the wedding party to walk down the aisle. I hadn't heard of it because, as I explained in my post, that isn't done here. Also, even if it was, my sister wouldn't have been part of the wedding party. My wife would have chosen her own sister, and her friends and I would have chosen my friends. It would have looked very strange for my sister to walk down the aisle alone before my wife did.